Indian monsoons seasonal variations. Indian monsoons seasonal variations. As the summertime approaches, there is increased solar heating of the Indian subcontinent and the Tibetan Plateau. In the peak summer months, 25th of May 10th of June, with the apparent northward movement of the sun, the southern branch of the SJT, which flows to the south of the Himalayas, shifts to the north of the Himalayas. When the sun's position is about to reach the Tropic of Cancer, June, the SJT shifts to the north of the Tibetan Plateau, 1st of June 20th of June. The ITCZ is close to its peak position over the Tibetan Plateau. The altitude of the mountains initially disrupts the jet, but once it has cleared the summits it is able to reform over Central Asia. Its movement towards the north is one of the main features associated with the onset of the monsoon over India. With the northward shift of SJT, an easterly jet is formed over the Indian plains. It generally forms in the first week of June and lasts till late October. It can be traced in the upper troposphere right up to the west coast of Africa. The northward shift of SJT and ICTZ moves the subtropical high-pressure belt to the north of the Tibetan Plateau, and the easterly jet creates a low-pressure region in the Indian plains. Easterly jet creates anticyclonic conditions in upper troposphere. This low pressure in the northern plains coupled with the intense low of the Tibetan Plateau leads to the sudden onset of southwest monsoons, 1st of June 20th of June. The monsoon cell is situated between the Indian Ocean, north of Madagascar, high-pressure cell, and Tibetan Plateau, low-pressure cell. In summer the subtropical easterly jet fluctuates between the plains region of India and peninsular India, varying the intensity of rainfall from location to location. During March to May, the building up of this cell is blocked by the STJ, which tends to blow to the south of the Himalayas. Northwest India and plains region are occupied by subtropical high-pressure belt. This high-pressure belt undermines the influence of low-pressure cell over Tibet. As long as the STJ is in this position, the development of summer monsoons is inhibited. The high-pressure belt stays over North India. With the STJ out of the way, high-pressure belt migrates to the north of Tibet. The subcontinental monsoon cell develops, Somali jet, very quickly indeed, often in a matter of a few days. Warmth and moisture are fed into the cell by a lower-level tropical jet stream which brings with it air masses laden with moisture from the Indian Ocean. The end of the monsoon season is brought about when the atmosphere over the Tibetan Plateau begins to cool, August, October. This enables the STJ to transition back across the Himalayas. With the southward shift of ITCZ, subtropical high-pressure belt returns back to the Indian plains and the rainfall ceases. Indian monsoons in May, dry season. Indian monsoons in June, onset of monsoons June 1st to June 10th. Indian monsoons in July, monsoon winds reach northwest India. Indian monsoons in August, monsoons retreat from northwest India. Indian monsoons in September, maximum rainfall in parts of South India. Indian monsoons in October, retreating monsoons, cyclones in late October. Indian monsoons in November, northeast monsoons, peak cyclone season in early November. Indian monsoons in December, maximum rainfall month in Tamil Nadu and southern Andhra coast. Indian monsoons in January, northeast monsoons weaken. Indian monsoons in February, dry season begins. Indian monsoons in March, dry season intensifies. Indian monsoons in April, dry season, occasional thunderstorms in south and central India. Thank you.